Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency the President of Iran are conveyed by His Excellency the Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs. A written message from His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency President of Maldives is delivered by His Excellency the Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Planning. Financial Affairs and Energy Resources Council discusses performance of the state's general budget and effects of oil prices. And Duqm Port starts dry bulk commodities export from commercial pier. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. Greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency President Hassan Rouhani of Iran were conveyed by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, when he was received by His Excellency the President in Tehran today. During the meeting, they discussed ways of developing relations between the two countries in various fields, especially that related to commercial and economic cooperation. They also had talks on issues of joint concern between the two countries. His Excellency President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Yaqoum of Maldives has received a written message from His Majesty Sultan Qaboos related to relations between the two countries and means of strengthening them. The message was delivered by His Excellency Sultan bin Salim Al Habsi, Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Planning, when he was received by the President in his office in the capital Melah today. His Excellency conveyed greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency the President of Maldives and his wishes of continued progress and prosperity. From his part, the President asked the Secretary General to convey his greetings to His Majesty the Sultan and best wishes of continued health and happiness, and for Omani people further progress and prosperity. The meeting was attended by Her Excellency Dunya Mamoon, Foreign Minister of Maldives. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of congratulations to Dr. Perlet Louisi, Governor General of St. Lucia, on her country's independence anniversary. Financial Affairs and Energy Resources Council discussed performance of the state's general budget and effects of oil prices on the deficit expected in the current fiscal year. During its first meeting of the year, the Council discussed results of the preliminary closing of accounts of the fiscal year, its deficit and means of financing it. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Darwish bin Ismail Al-Bulushi, Minister responsible for Financial Affairs and Deputy Chairman of the Financial Affairs and Energy Resources Council. His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, discussed in Tehran with His Excellency Mohammad Jawad Zarif, Foreign Minister of Iran, relations between the two countries, ways of strengthening them in various fields, as well as matters of mutual concern. The Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs also met with His Excellency Ali Shamkhani, Secretary of the Supreme Council for National Security, and His Excellency the Minister of Transport. Duqm Port started loading the first cargo consignment of dolomite metal from the commercial pier. The consignment amounted to 50,000 metric tons and will sail to India. The dolomite was produced in one of the quarries in the Sultanate, and the reserves amounted to 300 million metric tons. The mine is expected to produce hundreds of thousands of metric tons monthly. The biggest chunk of it will be exported through Duqm Seaport. Dolomite metal is used in producing building materials and enters into steel industries, in addition to its use in producing ceramics, cement, and glass. conveying knowledge and exchanging expertise among government and private institutions in order to upgrade performance of employees, top aspects of the human resources management in a changing environment seminar organized by the College of Banking. The seminar displayed innovative methods to manage human resources and understand the changing approaches in this regard. The National Business Center, NBC, affiliated to the Public Establishment for Industrial Estates, signed an agreement to attract Model Solutions Company. The company aims to provide consulting services on information technology, in addition to provide the real concept of business and technology products. The agreement aimed to benefit from services and facilities which are provided by Riyadh to the NBC. Still to come in our news bulletin. Ain Thawara in the Wilaya of Nakhal is an important touristic landmark in the Sultanate. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The work continues on Bidbid Soul Road project after parts of the road were opened during the last period. The completion percentage of the first phase of the project reached 50%. The road is designed with all the safety standards and includes a number of flyovers and underpass to facilitate traffic movement in both sides. It was also supplied by safety barriers and culverts at Wadi's crossing. The project is considered vital in the governorate of North Sharqiya, where it will contribute in enhancing the economic and touristic movement in the area, as well as facilitating the traffic movement. Matrah Souq will be witnessing the opening of marketing platforms for national craft industries, coinciding with the Sultanate's celebration of Omani Crafts Day, the 3rd of next March, in addition to inaugurating other platforms in various touristic locations in different governorates of the Sultanate. Statistics showed positive results after the number of craftsmen reached more than 17,000 of different age categories who adopted crafts of the ancestors and combined it with modernity. Statistics also showed that more than 150 projects have been financed by the Public Authority for Craft Industries, and 24 marketing outlets were provided with up-to-date traditional products and crafts. Over the past year, since the establishment of the authority, implemented projects and initiatives varied, aiming to upgrade the craft sector and to produce modern Omani craft industries and to create competitiveness to attract national youth potential. Tourists from outside the Sultanate are looking for products with domestic identity, and that is why marketing outlets are important, which contribute in creating job opportunities and lead to the diversification of national income through such industries. The Ministry of Education held a ceremony in Muscat to honor those excelled in the Knowledge Development Program in science, math, geography, and environment. It aimed to motivate the students and improve their knowledge and skills in the related fields. The program witnessed a participation from various governorates of the Sultanate. The students presented their innovations in different fields, which highlighted the level of their capabilities and knowledge. Loan approvals exceeded 90 million Omani riyals during 2016, compared to 2015, in which they were 44 million Omani riyals. The Development Bank of Oman is working to put up a strategic plan that is in line with the approaches of the 9th five-year plan. It pointed out that there are various economic challenges currently, and there will be procedures to overcome them in a way to reflect positively on the added economic value. Upcoming March will witness inauguration of the new cargo trip by Oman Air to India, with adding 2 flights per week to Mumbai. Oman Air said that the added flight came in line a joint venture agreement signed by the 2 airlines in April 2015 and follows the successful launch of joint cargo flights to Chennai. Cargo included transferring foodstuff, livestock, various sizes of goods, vehicles, airplane engines, and other material. Muscat Securities Market MSM General Index today lost 7.04 points, comprising a decline by 0.13% to close at 5,412 points, compared to the last session, which stood at 5,419 points. The trading value today stood at 2.8 million Omani riyals, comprising a decline by 60.61%, compared to the last session, which stood at 7.2 million Omani riyals. The report released by MSM pointed out that the market value fell by 0.04% to reach about 16.29 billion Omani riyals. The Ministry of Housing indicated that the value of real estate activity in the Governorate of Dhofar reached more than 20 million Omani riyals during last January. The ministry recorded that the number of ownership deeds issued in the same month amounted to 1,662, whereas the outcome of fees in the same period reached 307,000 Omani riyals. Oman Environmental Services Holding Company, BIA, announced that the 1st of May will start managing waste sector in the Governorate of Dakhiliya, within the framework of the Ministry of Regional Municipalities and Water Resources Plan, which aims to activate the private sector role in the services field. The company will manage waste sector rather than the ministry. The meeting, which was between the company and the officials of the Governorate of Dakhiliya, included virtual presentations explaining the company plans and services. The attendees got acquainted with some samples of the company's services, as well as the materials and equipment which will be used by the company. Within the aim to serve the educational process in the Sultanate, the Ministry of Education launched 3 scientific labs in 3 schools in the Governorate of Buraimi. The labs were provided with advanced materials which will help the teachers to conduct the scientific experiments easily and to see all students from one place. The students expressed that the new labs have enough space to do the experiments smoothly, have more safety, as well as new technology and equipment. The 6th and final stage of Tour of Oman 2016 kicked off today with participation of 18 teams representing 12 countries. The final stage started from the Wave Muscat till Matrah Corniche. Oman Tour aims to encourage tourism, riders, and those concerned by the cycling sport to visit the Sultanate. The tour attracted media coverage and wide broadcast through a number of TV channels, press, and social media channels. Nakhal in South Batna Governorate witnessed a decrease in the temperature after last week's rain. The change in weather attracted many visitors and families to the area. Saif al-Kindi was also there, who made this report.
As a result of the rain in this mountainous area, the number of tourists increased in the wilaya of Nakhal, attracting visitors to spend a lovely time in the spring of Athwara, one of the main spots to visit in South Batna Governorate.
Very nice place after raining, water more, and also the green view is, and most people and tourists came to today, and it make the weather very nice. So people like to sit in this and enjoy these places. Yes.
This green wadi witnessed groups of families who came from many wilayas to enjoy the senses of the rain. Salam Al-Gahwari came from Muscat with his family, expressed his happiness after seeing the spring.
I will tell him about this water and trees and the clean air here.
Tourists from outside the Sultanate have been astonished with the quiet environment and the pure nature in Nakhal as one of the main places to visit, beside many amazing oases around the mountains.
And every time it becomes nicer, and people come from all nationalities, and the kindness of people here is very nice. You know, you're Omani, so Omani people are very nice. And the weather here be after rain, it becomes nicer. The weather becomes nicer, cooler. Even in summer, sometimes it becomes nicer, even in summer.
The last week, heavy rain caused snow in some areas around Nakhal, and the temperature degree came down to a very low extent. It was less than 10 in Wadi Mistel and between 14 to 16 at night in the town.
Well, just after 3 days of showers around this mountainous area, showers have been refreshing the landscape, and it attracts a lot of visitors visiting the historical and the natural places in Nakhal. Saif Al-Kindi from Athwara Hot Spring Water, South Batina Governorate.
Now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late night and early morning in the governorates of Wusta and coastal areas of Dhofar and South Sharqiya. Winds will be now north to northeasterly light to moderate on the areas overlooking the Sea of Oman and the Arabian Sea. Along the rest of the governorates, it will be southeasterly, becoming northwesterly light in the evening. Seas will be moderate along the coast of the governorate of Dhofar and South Sharqiya, with a maximum wave height of 1.45 meters, while along the rest of the coast it will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency the President of Iran are conveyed by His Excellency the Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs. A written message from His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency President of Maldives is delivered by His Excellency the Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Planning. Financial Affairs and Energy Resources Council discusses performance of the state's general budget and effects of oil prices. And Duqm Port starts dry bulk commodities export from commercial pier. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.